On Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the J&J Show. I'm JJ Seggs, DJ Smiles. You already know that. This is our 10th episode, so a bit of a milestone.
Crazy, yeah. Yeah, for
now,
amazing.
Yeah, it's very good. We appreciate all the support that we get from all of you, but there's a lot of things that we do need to appreciate, and we need to appreciate the fact that you never know when life's going to hit you in the face. You never know when anything's going to surprise you. You never know when people are going to do things you would never expect them to do. That is why we must never forget September 11th, 2001. As someone who is a proud New Yorker, I, for one, will never forget this event. I wasn't alive for it, but that doesn't mean it didn't have a huge effect on me. My uncle was a cop in the NYPD. He passed away in these attacks. And I lost two cousins that worked in the North Tower of the World Trade. So this is definitely a very emotional moment for me. And the way that our baseball teams and our football teams have used this event, hats off to them. I mean, the Mets-Yankees 9/11 game was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was. That'll make
that. They should do that. They should do that
every year. Every year, 1,000%. Now, 9/11 is definitely one of the most influential events in the history of this country, America. And as someone who is a patriot, it would be impossible for me not to mention it. Now, unfortunately, certain people have already forgot about this event. Those people can honestly rot in hell. If you don't remember this, you can't remember September 11, 2001, you're not a true American. And before I go into a whole spiel about the war on terror, because I am a bit of a historian and I'm kind of a history nerd, there was another tragedy that went down in New York State last night. Well, I mean, technically, New Jersey. Last night, there was a Sunday night football game between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. This game had so much anticipation. But then, the New York Giants go on to lay the biggest egg I've ever seen. Unbelievable. The Cowboys destroyed them. Go on. Give me your thoughts on this game, because this game pisses me off.
I feel the same way you feel. I mean, yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, the first drive before the blocked field goal, that looked
great.
That looked promising. After that.
Yeah. I mean, let's look at it this way. Sorry to interrupt, but let's look at it this way. You drive down the field, all of a sudden one mistake, and the next thing you know, you're losing 16-0. Now, let's be honest here. Daniel Jones had absolutely zero time in the pocket. His offensive line was like immigrant. Another America reference. The offensive line for the Giants was Obama's immigration policy. Let everyone in. That was despicable to watch. And I'm not a Giants fan. This is a Rams jersey. This is a Rams chain. I'm wearing this Mets hat because it's New York. If I had an NYPD hat, I would have put that hat on. But I got to get that in the future. The Mets need to release those hats. By the way, they'll be wearing the NYPD hats again. God bless America. But the fact that this is the type of performance on national television at MetLife Stadium,
I feel bad for the people. I feel bad for the people who put a lot of money into this game. Like, tickets were soaring, and you buy, and the expenses just to see this.
I can't explain it. I mean, it's so unfortunate how this is what happens. And this Giants team was full of optimism.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
You're not.
This team had so much optimism. So, with that being said, I mean, it's not all bad at the end of the day. I mean, certain players showed flash. Unfortunately, all the players were on the Cowboys. Yeah. I mean, you can't be giving Dak Prescott 40 seconds to throw the ball at one time. You got to start being able to, maintain yourselves. You got to be able to handle adversity. My dad is a huge New York Giants fan. I'm just going to throw this out right now. My dad is a massive Giants fan. He watches every game from start to finish, no matter how bad they're doing. When we left my grandfather's house at halftime, it was 33-0, or it might have been a little bit after halftime. He goes on the couch, starts falling asleep. My mom says, go to bed. He goes straight to bed. doesn't watch a second of the third or fourth quarter. I mean, it was just despicable.
Like here's the thing. Like, I would do the same. Before, obviously, I have a radio and stuff, so I put Bob Papa on to hear what he's like. Hear the before.
We were doing that when we were driving home. We put the radio on.
Yeah,
and Bob Papa
before I drift off, I put him on. No, what was it? Let's see. Oh, before I put him on. Giants start the third, or I forgot what quarter. It was the third probably. They drive down the field, and they actually looked promising. Like, both first drives they had for each half looked promising. But then Graham Gano missed the 38-yarder, and then after that, you knew they weren't going to score. You knew they weren't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate. And another thing we have to look at is going into this game. I mean, the Giants had so much hype behind them, but Daniel Jones does not deserve all the blame. And I'm gonna tell you right now.
I mean, yeah. The fact that people are blaming Daniel Jones for this.
Listen, it's because he's the quarterback.
In my opinion, that like, you can't be blaming him for that.
Yeah, and the New York media, by the way, was absolutely ruthless to Brian Daboll. But I would be too. I mean, but again, Daniel Jones does not deserve all the blame. You look at how badly his offensive line played. Mark Lewinsky, terrible. Evan Neal, terrible.
Literally, Mark
Andrew
Lewinsky,
Thomas, terrible.
Mark Lewinsky has had a pass offense. I think that's what it's called. I forgot what side it's on, but it was one. It was literally one. It was just straight one.
It was so bad.
How about we sit Lewinsky and put in Joshua Izudue? Like,
might be a good
just
idea.
Get that over with. See how Izudue does.
Yeah, before we just turn into a rant, I'm just going to leave this here. It was so bad. Daniel Jones had a QBR of 1.1 on PFF. 1. Speaking of number 1, I feel like this is the game that everybody's had on their minds. It's only a matter of time. The other New York team is finally here. They're playing against the Buffalo Bills, September 11th. Jets, Bills. What are we thinking of here?
So, shout out to DJ, Mr. Discount Double Checks debut with the Jets. And it's against the Bills tonight. It's going to be a great game. Amazing game. Can't wait for it. I need some play.
Well, hold on here. We did say the Giants game was going to be amazing. So let's not get our hopes up too much.
That's true. We did say the Giants game was going to be amazing.
Yeah, and I'm just going to put this out there right now. You see the caption. Worst weekend. If the Jets lose tonight, this will be one of the worst weeks in New York sports history.
You're right. We did say the Giants game was going to be amazing, but the only reason I'm saying amazing is the only reason the Jets have all this hype is Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers was not on the Jets, then easily they're not getting all that hype. It's that simple.
Let's be honest here. So going further into this thing, when we mention the worst week in New York sports history, you think about it. The Giants get humiliated. Jason Dominguez goes down with a UCL injury. Yeah. And if the Jets lose tonight I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to say this about the Dominguez injury. The crazy thing about this is that it's always, whenever a Yankee gets hurt, it's always, let me just play through it. It's not that bad. It gets worse. And then even when you alarm the doctors about it, they still don't do anything. They still let you play through it. And it's unbelievable. Yeah, and not to mention, if the Jets lose tonight, that would be back-to-back games, New York teams, New Jersey teams, losing the night of and after 9/11. How bad of a look is that going to be for New York? Terrible.
It's going to be terrible. I mean, here's the thing, though. It's like, is it going to look bad for Jersey or for New York? I mean,
terrible. It'll look bad. Not for upstate New York. Upstate New York, Western New York's going to love this. But with that being said,
we do have a Bill fan that lives down here.
Yeah. I have a few Bills fans that live here.
Shout out Chase.
Shout out my boy DJ Cliff, big Georgia Bulldog guy. My boy Jack Mums, big Bills guy. But with that being said, I got to go with, I just said the word, so edit that part out. what I gotta say here is I gotta go with the New York Jets are gonna win this game 27-24. Game-winning field goal.
I actually got the Bills 21-17 in this one.
Okay. That's fair. Now, when I do my morning announcements on Goldback Television, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow, I start filming tomorrow. We do ourselves a nice little weekly NFL recaps. We may as well do that. I mean, this week was just absolutely bananas. Nothing made any sense. We had the Lions game, which was crazy. I called that game on Cotta Media. It was a blast. The Browns continued. Continuing to kill the Bengals.
Yeah.
Ravens did their thing. The Vikings losing to a tank team.
Here's the
at home.
That was, as I have it here, our picks from last week, which we'll go over in a bit. JJ, that was your lock. The Vikings were your lock of the week.
Oh fuck.
That were your lock.
They were my lock. Oh my god. Well,
we'll go over these in a minute.
In my other pool, I have my lock of the week is the Eagles, and even they scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So that's
but the Jaguars though look really good. Ridley.
Colts look good too. Anthony Richardson looked really promising.
Yeah. Richardson looked good until Richardson looked good until he went down on the last minute. Yeah, last minute.
That scared me a little bit. Bijan Robinson and Tyler Allegier doing their thing for the Falcons. The Commanders were struggling against the Cardinals team. That cannot happen. By the way, if you lose to the Cardinals, your season's cooked.
Yep, I know.
The Niners absolutely embarrassed my upset of the week.
Yeah, that was both of our upsets. Steelers were both of our upsets. They literally upset us. We picked them as an upset. They upset us 30-7. Did not expect that.
You had the Saints sneaking past the Titans. The Titans covering was an absolute lock. To all my gamblers out there, shout out Herb, shout out Cole Tomp. We had the Raiders sneaking past the Broncos, and that did it.
I feel like the Broncos aren't going to be that bad as they were last year. But their defense is not terrible.
And that did it for our early slate. Our afternoon slate, the New England Patriots. I give them all the credit in the world. They hung in with the defending NFC champions.
I'm gonna give them a golf clap. I'm gonna give them a golf clap for this week. Great game for them.
Great ceremony for Tom Brady. Great ceremony for Tom Brady.
But here's the thing for the Patriots is that they had their chances. Hurts fumbles. They don't even score. They forced the Eagles to turn over it on downs. They can't take your field goals.
Yeah. So that was that. The Dolphins and Chargers had an unbelievable game. Both teams just aren't very good defensively. The Packers did their thing, continuing to own the Chicago Bears. And for the first time this season, the Los Angeles Rams were victorious. Yes, I know it's a New York show. I don't care. I'm rocking with them. This team might not be the greatest, but damn it, I still love them. Phenomenal game all around. Offense played great. Defense was solid. A little shaky in the first half, but they got it together.
I just want to ask, who is this wide receiver that Matt Stafford is literally in love with?
Puka Nacua. He is unbelievable. I love Puka.
Who is that?
Guy who's a
should I consider a fantasy pickup?
Possibly. Listen, he was a 5th round pick, I believe, out of BYU University. It was very good by us drafting him. Tutu had a good game. Kyron had a good game. But that pretty much does it for our week 1 slate. Jacob, reveal the picks. How bad were they?
So, let me grab a pen. Don't ask me why I have these yet.
I lost for sure.
Don't ask me why I have these. Someone sent them to me. All right, so starting off, Kansas City at the versus Lions.
We both got that
game went. We both chose the Chiefs.
Hey, listen, it was a fun game to call on Cotta Media. I'll say that.
Yeah. All right, so second game, Falcons and Panthers. We both picked the Falcons, so that's a win.
There we go.
Third game, the Battle of Ohio. We both picked the Bengals.
God damn it.
Fourth game, we both took possibly the new powerhouse in the AFC South. They got the win.
Nice.
Vikings and Bucks. We both picked the Vikings. They lost, and they were your lock of the week. They lost.
God damn it.
Titans and Saints. We both picked the Saints. They got the win. Niners and Steelers. We both Steelers as upset. They didn't win.
Damn it. They upset us.
Cardinals and Washington. We both picked Washington. They won.
Yep.
Probably one of the things I didn't see this week. The Bears getting destroyed at home. We both picked the Bears. They got shelled.
I doubted the Bears. I doubted Green Bay.
Denver. We both picked Denver. They lost by 1.
God damn it. We suck at this.
All right. Eagles and Pats. We both picked the Eagles. They won. And I also picked the Eagles as my lock. So, yeah.
Shit.
There we go. First game that we don't have that we picked. We didn't pick the same team. Dolphins and Chargers.
I won that one.
You got the Dolphins on that.
I think I still lost, though.
Rams and Seahawks. We both picked the Seahawks.
I doubted my boys.
And the last game I'm not even going to talk about. So, yeah, moving on.
All right, so who won? Did I win or did you win this week?
I mean, we both had – there's still one game left, but, man, that's not going to matter. So, let's see. So, you had 1 win, 2 win, 3 win, 5, 6. So, you had 6 wins.
Christ.
Is the lock an extra win?
Yes.
All right, so then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Definitely like 8 or 9.
2, 3, 4, 5. So I had 5, but the lock counts as a +1, so that we both had
tied.
6. But
Terrible
tied
week.
with 6.
Terrible week. So hopefully week 2 get a little bit better. We have our picks loaded up. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, everyone knows College Game Day, greatest show of all time.
Yes, sir.
We decided to do it our own way. Welcome to the first edition of J&J Show Game Day. And our special guest our guest picker resides in the Connecticut area. He is half New York, half Boston, the ultimate Connecticut fan in my eyes. Our good friend, Matt Goody. How you doing today, my boy?
What's going on, boys? How we doing? You know, JJ, I was listening in, and I know you were talking about how your dad went to bed not watching the third and fourth quarter. But you know what that reminded me of?
What did it remind you of?
28-3.
Oh my God! You gave up.
28-3, and you know if you
gave up.
No, I was actually no. My dad told me I'm staying up and I'm watching the end of that game.
So you wanted to go to sleep.
I wanted to. My dad told me no. But guess what? If your dad stayed up, maybe, you know, you could have had one of those comebacks.
I don't know.
Again.
The Cowboys already scored by the time we got home. So, yeah, we're not doing that. All right, here we go. Week 2 picks. I'm excited for this. Jacob, you got our picks. And let's write down our guest picker. Now, we're going to have a completely different guest every single week for NFL and college for the rest of the season. We're going to tally up all the guest picks, and whoever wins gets a major award.
So what this new J&J Show Game Day is, like you were saying, is the guest speaker will be picking both NFL and college, and then we're gonna be so guest speakers. If you're watching, we will be having a comp, and whoever has the best record at the end. We haven't decided yet, but they might get
a major award. They get a major award.
We're gonna. It's two different things. So we're gonna have one NFL and one college. I think it's easier that way.
Yeah.
So we'll have college. Right. So NFL and then college. Here we go.
All right. So without further ado, let's begin our first edition of J&J Game Day. So we start off with Minnesota and Philadelphia. I am 1,000% picking the Eagles this game. There's no way they lose to the Vikings at home. Especially not with Kirk Cousins on primetime.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Eagles.
I think everyone should pencil in the Eagles. In fact, I'll go as far to say the Eagles are my lock of the week.
Okay, Eagles lock of the week for Jay.
We're going early. So what do you got,
Goody? Goody, who you got?
First home game for the Eagles. I don't see them losing to a struggling Kirk Cousins coming off a loss to Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. Give me the
Especially
Eagles.
not on prime time. All right. Next up, Green Bay and Atlanta. This is an interesting game. Jacob, I'm going to let you go first this time.
So, for me, Packers and Falcons. I'm gonna call this the interesting. I'm not gonna call it game of the week, because definitely not. But I'm gonna call it interesting game of the week. I don't know how this one's gonna go. It's in Atlanta. They didn't look that bad week 1. Packers look good week 1. I'm gonna go with the Packers on the road though this time.
Interesting pick. I'm going to also go with the Green Bay Packers to beat the Falcons. What about you, Goody? Yes, be good.
The Falcons were at home, and they beat Carolina. And I know Bryce Young, it was his first start and everything. He looked pretty. He looked decent. I mean, all three of them, Andrew Richardson, him, Stroud looked terrible. Not all three. I'm sorry, them too. But I just think everyone was expecting the Bears to sort of come, and get this win at home with Justin Fields, and the Packers. Jordan Love had a great game. Romeo Doubs 2 touchdowns. I got the Packers on the road.
Dylan Shallon will be smiling right now if he heard all this. Clean sweep for the Packers. All right, Raiders, Bills. I mean, what is there really to say? I got to go with the Bills. There's no way I don't pick the Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be another clean sweep as well. The Bills at home. Yeah. It's hard to win in Buffalo.
All right, here we go. Ravens-Bengals, our first divisional matchup of the week. This is a game that I'm very invested in. I'm very invested in this game. Now, the Ravens look good, but they played the Houston Texans. The Bengals looked atrocious, but they played the Cleveland Browns. The Bengals have not lost the game to the Baltimore Ravens in God knows how long. I say that streak continues, especially at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. I'm going with the Bengals.
Bengals for JJ. I don't know who. The Ravens losing Dobbins. I mean, I would say you could say that's
a huge blow.
Would we say that's a huge blow?
Wait, they already lost Dobbins.
Yeah, they already lost Dobbins. Lamar.
It is a blow because who do they have beside him?
Justice Hill, apparently, who had 2 touchdowns.
Okay, but again, that was what? That was what? A 3-yard touchdown and 1-yard touchdown. That doesn't really show you much.
To get you fantasy points.
Don't count out on Gus the Bus, all right? Gus the Bus, all right?
I don't like what? And I just don't like the
Ravens. Sucks.
I don't like the Ravens this year. They were struggling to put it away against the freaking Houston Texans.
Yeah.
The Bengals are at home. I think Joe Burrow's easily going to come back, and I think it's going to be a blowout. And the Bengals are going to be my lock of the week.
Wow. Okay.
Bengals lock of the week early for Goody. He's going lock of the week on the Bengals.
Matter of fact, did you lock that in or no?
No, I haven't wrote it down yet.
Okay. You know what? I got the Bengals beating them by a lot, but I've not really memorized the other games yet, so I'm not going to say it as my lock, but I feel very confident about them.
All right, yeah. You got to lock. Just letting you got to lock in an upset. My pick for this one, I'm also going to go with the Bengals. I feel like they're going to bounce back at home, and they need this win. If not, then who knows where the season's in.
All right, here we go. Seattle and Detroit. Now, these teams, I feel like they play each other every single year. Now, the Lions had a very impressive win. I don't think that the Seahawks are going to be able – if they couldn't beat us, they're not going to beat my Lord and Savior, Jared Goff. I got to go the Lions on this one.
I don't know why, but the Lions are sold out for this one. They are
because they just beat the freaking Chiefs.
They beat the Chiefs. They're sold out, and I really think that it's going to be tough for the Seahawks to maybe even hear a play in Detroit. I'm sticking with the Lions for this week. They're winning 2 straight.
Get off of me! Get out of here!
You know what? I honestly, so you're both sort of taking the Lions here, but I know they're at home and everything, and I know they're a whole new team. They got Jared Goff, Monroe's looking great. Who knows what happened with Jahmyr Gibbs? Unfortunately, all these fantasy owners are freaking out. But at the same time, Tyler Lockett left the game. Who I have in my fantasy, he left the game early with a, he was trying to. They were seeing if he maybe had a concussion. And Geno Smith didn't really look as good, but I think with a healthy Lockett, Metcalf, whole roster, Kenneth Walker also.
DK might get suspended. DK might get suspended for his hit on Ahkello Witherspoon last night.
Really? Perfect. I just traded him away in the league.
Okay, if he does, that'll be a different story. But I honestly do not see Seattle losing here. Seattle being in Detroit. Their defense is really good this year. They definitely probably have a top 5.
Defense is really good, but we just threw all over them, and we suck. How is their defense good if we just ran all over them?
Honestly, like, not really expecting it. I mean, because honestly, I don't think anyone was really expecting this from the Rams to go into Seattle and do that with not even having.
Oh my God, that's what makes it so good for us.
This random wide receiver sort of catching.
Puka Nacua, baby, don't diss my boy Puka.
So I don't know. I have Seattle beating Detroit. I know they beat the Chiefs, but I have Seattle.
Interesting pick.
Seattle for this one. All right. Next up.
All right. So, by the way, you got one lock and one upset a week. All right. Chargers, Titans. I don't like either one of these teams, but the Chargers are pretty good on the road. I got to pick them.
Chargers easily. I mean, not even a question.
Yeah.
They have everyone. They have everyone healthy. They have everybody healthy. That team is disgusting.
Wait. Before you continue on, everyone hold on. Eckler has an ankle injury now, apparently.
Stop. He's on my fantasy team.
No.
Eckler has an ankle injury. They don't know what's wrong. They don't know how it's going to be. He might be limited in practice.
Okay, and Puka Naka also is hurt too.
Well, he's going to play.
Puka Naka.
Puka's going to play. Puka's playing.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right about Eckler.
Yep.
You know something? I am okay with, us and Eckler missing time for like a week because I got Joshua Kelly as well.
Really?
So I got both of them, which means I'm going to have to pick up the third string Chargers running back because he's going to be the one getting all the touchdowns because that should have been Eckler's touches last night. But
this next game is interesting.
Yeah, the Bears and the Buccaneers. The Bears humiliated themselves against Green Bay. The Buccaneers shocked the world against Minnesota. Now, I think that Green Bay just can't beat the Packers can't. God damn it. The Bears can't beat Green Bay. And I just think the Vikings just look like garbage. So with that being said, I gotta go with the Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Bears also here.
The Bears.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean sweep that also. I'm going with the Bears also.
The Bears. All right. This is intriguing.
This is probably gonna be the game of the week.
Yeah, it all depends if Travis Kelce's playing or not.
All right, yeah. So we all.
I really enjoyed watching Calvin Ridley. Also,
but for now, I mean, we gotta also put into consideration the Lions' defense is a lot better than the Jags one is. The Jags' defense is not that great. I mean, it's decent, but it's not that great.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville here.
Wow,
Jacksonville.
Wow.
I think Jacksonville is honestly, dude. I mean, look at their team. I think honestly they're gonna definitely be a playoff team. They're gonna win the division.
Well, obviously, who else?
They're gonna win. Yeah, they're gonna win the division. I mean, maybe people think the Colts are gonna win, but no. I think Jacksonville might. I can only blue. I mean, they came back against the Chargers last year, 27-0.
Yeah.
I think that Jacksonville might make it to the AFC conference game.
Wow.
Not even, maybe even.
Them.
Dude, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is looking good. They have strong receivers. I love Travis Etienne. And the Chiefs, they're not. Who do they have? I mean, Kelsey's still Kelsey's not 100%. He has a bone bruise. Who does You look at the Thursday night game. I mean, I don't think Kadarius Toney even has hands on his body.
I mean, I got to be honest here with the whole Kadarius Toney thing. Now he's going to play out of his mind and make it look like a comeback story, all that.
I don't see that. I got Jacksonville. Easy lock. At home, too. At home. I got him at home.
You making that your lock of the week?
No.
Or is
I have them. I have them. Yeah, I have them.
Is that your upset of the week?
Yeah.
Are they an upset?
Are they an upset, though?
All right.
Well, 81%. 81% of people have picked the Chiefs. Fine, I'll look at the spreads too. Yeah, they would be an upset.
Quick update while JJ's looking at the spread. Quick update: the Jets have forced a 3-and-out early on Buffalo.
God damn it! I'm going against the Jets.
And Breece Hall with a nice 15-yard run to start the day for the Jets offense. So
there you go. All right, next game.
Wait, JJ, who'd you pick for the KC game?
Actually, no. Brees Hall 26-yard rush.
Oh, nice, even better.
26.
Anyways,
I thought it was. All right, who'd you pick, JJ? I didn't get it
I feel
down.
like this pick is a little more self-explanatory. I feel like there's no way Kansas City goes 0-2 to start the season. Because if they do, they're going to have to do some serious soul searching. So I got to go with the Chiefs.
All right, so for my pick for this one, I'm going to put it out there. Game of the week. Of the week here. Game of the week right here. Jax, is this Sunday night? I thought it was Sunday night. Maybe
It's
not.
a 1 o'clock
Oh,
game.
Sunday night is Patriots-Dolphins.
Why on earth would they do that?
Because we're good this year.
We'll wait for that. All right. Hey, it's fine. It's there is decision.
Hey, Matt, do you know my friend Owen?
Owen who?
0-1.
Damn! Wow.
Okay.
Anyway, we're moving on from that. Anyway, so the Chiefs 0-2. That would be a shocker if they start 0-2. Jags, they're coming off, great year last year.
Welcome to the club, Kansas City Chiefs. Having a Super Bowl win and then falling apart. Welcome to the club.
I'm with you on this one. I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Thank you.
Wow. All right. Colts Texans. I feel like this one's a lot more self-explanatory than
Easy one, yeah. Colts, we can probably sweep that.
Indeed. Okay. This is just disrespectful. 95-5.
It's true, though. It's true, because the 49ers are also probably one of the best teams in the NFC this year.
I mean, I'm not making this pick based off how good teams are.
You know what, JJ? 49ers lock of the week.
Not surprised.
Lock of the week.
I'm making this pick because of history.
Oh, here we go.
Considering the fact
Here we go.
that we have lost 8 straight regular season games to this team. You're crazy if you think I'm going to bet against the Niners against the Rams. You're crazy.
Wait. Hold on. Let me get my pick in. But before I say this, oh my God, I'm sorry for giving updates over.
Oh my God, I heard Rodgers is like
Aaron Rodgers is down right now.
Yeah, I heard he's down.
You're kidding.
Oh my God.
Aaron Rodgers is down.
Give me a second, and I just got a notification on Fantasy Life. It just said Rodgers is hurt with 3 dots.
Oh my God.
So
what do you do? Hold on.
Oh my God.
Rodgers is coming out of the game. Oh my gosh.
It's over, Jets fans.
Are you kidding?
You have got to be kidding.
This is the worst week in New York history.
Wilson.
That's Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson is coming into the game.
Oh
Robert
my
Saleh
God.
is motionless.
There's no way.
All right, JJ, who you picking? You're picking the Rams or the Niners?
Absolutely not. I'm picking the Niners.
The Niners? All right.
All right,
next game.
Oh, God. My dinner's ready. Shit. Okay. Yo, boys, is there any way I can, pick the rest and then you guys can come back and talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right, run me your picks quick.
Okay.
By the way, we can wait till you're back from dinner for your college football picks.
Okay.
Unless you just don't want to do college.
All right. No. That'd be fine. I'll let you know. But I can run through them quickly, honestly, right now. All right. Give me the Giants.
All right.
All right, Giants for Goody.
Fuck. Well, Rodgers is now suddenly hurt, so give me Cowboys. Fuck. Broncos.
All right.
Patriots.
Wow.
Oh, we kept it close.
Who are the Broncos?
Oh my.
Who are the Broncos playing?
They're playing Washington.
And then for the Monday, there are 2 Monday night games this week. I'm gonna go with New Orleans and Cleveland. Pittsburgh just looks atrocious so far. So give me the left.
Good.
Give me the left 2.
We'll take as long as possible with our picks. That way we can buy you some time. All right. So
all good.
Thanks.
Good. You got
Goody, we'll see you in a bit. All right, hurry up. All right, Giants, Cardinals, man. I already touched on it earlier tonight. If the Giants lose this game, just pack it up.
Yeah, true.
However, I still have the Cardinals going 2-15. I gotta go Big Blue on this one.
Are you going? Is that lock of the week, or are you saving that?
My lock of the week is Philly.
Oh, wait, did I write that? Oh, I did write that down.
Do I have an
Well,
upset pick yet?
obviously, and I don't know why, but the Giants are going to be my lock of the week.
That's a stupid pick.
I don't know. I have trust. I'm going with the Giants here for lock of the week.
All
All right, Jets and Dallas.
Next up, Jets Cowboys. This game had optimism until Aaron Rodgers went down. I gotta go with them boys on this one.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Cowboys also. That is just one crazy. That is crazy.
I probably would have picked the Jets if what happened to Rodgers never happened.
Yeah,
Man, it is a bad week to be a New York sports fan.
Yup.
All right. Sorry, my flag's a little bit. I gotta adjust my flag. All right. Washington and Denver. I'm not sure if you would consider this an upset. They do. They say the Broncos are favored. Give me the Washington Commanders in an upset. My upset of the week. The Washington Commanders.
Upset of the week for JJ. Upset.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a close one. Denver didn't look that bad, but Washington, Sam Howell looked decent. So yeah, I'm gonna go Washington.
Smart pick. All right. Miami and New England. I gotta go with the Dolphins.
Yeah, Miami, New England. I know.
It's hard to bet against the Dolphins with how good that offense is.
So.
All right, and the Monday night doubleheader: Saints and Carolina, Cleveland and the Steelers. I think the Steelers get their get back, and I'm picking the Saints to win this one.
The Saints to beat the. So Goody picked the Saints also, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the Saints also. Yeah, it's kind of an easy pick there.
All right. That about you for Browns?
Browns and Steelers.
Yep.
Yep. So Browns and Steelers. You said who you're going with?
I'm going with the Steelers to bounce back.
So, fun fact, actually, I guess it's not, but Dom's going to be at this game, and he's always bad luck whenever he goes to games for his favorites.
Why on earth is he going to this game?
I don't know why. The Yankees are playing in Pittsburgh, so yeah, he's going down to see them. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns here, because Dom is always bad luck whenever he goes see his favorite team. And who did Goody pick? I'm sorry, I missed it.
The Browns.
The Browns also. All right.
That does it for our week 2 NFL picks. Now, with that being said, let's jump into my favorite part of sports. Another week of college football, baby.
Now, before we get
week.
Sure. Before we're gonna go in, are we gonna go through? All right, so we're gonna go through quick recap, and then we're gonna do some rankings before our picks. Question mark.
We will show the AP top 25 before we do our picks. We will show the AP.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Expect me to get upset.
I hope you do. All right, so here we go. There's a lot to talk about. The Miami Hurricanes looked like a college football team. A dominating performance over the Texas A&M Aggies offensively. Notre Dame, we looked a little bit flat against NC State at first, but once we adjusted, they definitely did their thing, and Aldrick Estime is a beast, and Holden Stays could definitely be a replacement for Michael Mayer. The Colorado Buffaloes remain undefeated as we expected, but they struggled 3 quarters with Nebraska. That's not something to be proud of. We had North Carolina and Appalachian State going to another classic where it was 27-27. North Carolina could have kicked a game-winning field goal. They shanked it. Went to overtime. UNC won. Utah and Baylor is another crazy game. So basically, let me give you the context for this one because I assume you didn't watch this game.
No, I didn't.
All right. So it's 20-13. Utah scores. They try to do the Olay BS, but Baylor, oh my God, Rodgers being carted off.
Yeah, Rodgers is being carted off. That's to the locker room. Wow. I'm shocked right now for this.
What a terrible week to be a New Yorker.
I can't wait till later. I read our group chat and see how crazy everything is now.
Not to mention all this freaking rain outside.
That's true.
Rain for like the 5 or 6 days in a row. It's rained.
Someone can you throw it to Diggs, Alan, please?
Don't throw it to Diggs. Throw it to anyone else but Diggs. Moving on, we had the Arizona and Mississippi State. Really good game, but Arizona got stopped a yard short. Mississippi State held on to win in overtime. Crazy game. We also had. Yes, you were saying?
I watched the end. I watched the overtime of that.
It was bananas.
Do you think the quarterback got it on that 4th down?
No, he was short. He was definitely short.
Yeah, I agree.
So
he was short also.
The Baylor-Utah game. So Baylor gets the ball with like 20 seconds left, trucks up a prayer. It gets caught over every Utah defender, gets shoved out of bounds with 1 second left. They dial up another play. Crazy contact in the end zone. No flags. Game over. Utah wins. The refs didn't want to make it about them, but instead they just got like jeered off. I wouldn't say they got booed. They got jeered off the field. It's unfortunate for the people of Paco, Texas, because Baylor is normally such a good college football team, and now just seeing them in the mud is just it's unfortunate. Now, another game I got to mention is the Wisconsin-Wazoo game. Wazoo with the big win over the Badgers. The fans rushed the field. It was bananas. You had Texas Tech with the big win over the Oregon Ducks. Well, no, sorry. Oregon Ducks.
Oregon won.
I thought I was losing my mind. Oregon with a big win over Texas Tech. And I feel like it's time we have to address the elephant in the room. Number 11, University of Texas, going into Tuscaloosa.
What a game. What a
and
game.
Shocking the world.
What a game. What a game that was. Texas and Alabama definitely lived up to the hype. Yeah, definitely lived up to the hype. Obviously, I wanted Texas to win, so Ohio State doesn't dip that much in the rankings. But you know who delivered? Quinn Ewers delivered, and I was kind of upset by the performance of Jalen Milroe. The interception he threw. Did you see that? The interception Milroe threw, JJ?
I did see that.
Yeah,
it's not his fault. It is 1,000% not his fault. I got to be honest. You also have to take into consideration that their offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees, he's not the brightest of the bunch. In fact, he's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. That's something that I learned with Notre Dame, that he is just not the type. He's not the guy at all. With that being said, you mentioned the rankings. They just came out today. I assume you're very upset about them.
Bro. Okay, so obviously, I'm gonna go one by one. So Gans, shout out to Gans. He was telling me, don't expect them to go up yet. Ohio State go up yet. All right, so Georgia, obviously number 1. Michigan, but I don't understand it, but sure, yeah, keep them 2. 3, Florida State, they deserve to be at number 3. 4,
maybe a little bit high, in my opinion.
Yeah, also true, maybe a little high, but Texas 4, agreeable. USC at 5. Who did they play this week?
Stanford.
Okay, so obviously Caleb Williams is probably going to win Heisman. Yes, USC is a good team.
Hey, listen, a guy named Sam Hartman exists.
Okay, buddy, don't even start this. Caleb Williams is winning Heisman. That's easy. I'm not disrespecting Hartman.
Listen, when he throws 3 picks against Notre Dame, you'll see why Hartman's going to win the Heisman. When he throws 3 picks against
all right, sure. USC. Why could if we could have USC at 5, why couldn't we just have Texas at 6? If USC is that good, put them already at 4 and have Texas at 6. But there is no reason for Ohio State to be dipping at all.
They did give up a touchdown to Youngstown State, to be fair.
Bro, okay, we gave up 7 points. That's it. Okay.
It was 7-7 for a good point of the first quarter.
Yeah, well, then finally McCord woke up. I mean, for example, we can say, obviously, I know Georgia's great and they should, but like they've had what? Have they even played a real game yet?
No, they haven't.
Exactly, they haven't. So maybe put them down a little bit just for a week, just so they can just destroy a good team and be at 1 again. You know, Ohio State played Indiana the first week. That's actually a competent team. You know,
they
other
are
teams
not.
playing.
Stop. The Hoosiers are not competent.
Indiana would beat all the cupcake teams that the other teams were playing. They would. Easily. All right, 6, I don't understand. Ohio State needs to destroy Western Kentucky and whatever. Yeah, we'll be fine from there. 7, Penn State. Penn State, bro. To be honest, I'm going to say it. They're underrated. Penn State's underrated.
The Washington Huskies, though, at number 8.
Washington, I don't even know much about them. Who did they play this week?
They played against Tulsa, I believe. Crushed them.
Penix
Jr., yeah, MPJ is still their quarterback. Yeah.
Still there. All right, so I don't know. I'm impressed by them so far, what I've heard. All right, so yeah, let them be 8. I feel like that's high. 9, Notre Dame. Notre Dame, shaky in that first half, picked it up in the second half. 9, yeah. Alabama 10. I can't say much. They did. They got what they deserved.
Nick Saban was losing his mind in his in his head. He must have been going insane.
Yeah. 11, Texas, Tennessee. They won. Okay, yeah, they won this week for sure.
However, they only beat Austin Peay by 17 points.
Yeah, they weren't like it was close for a bit.
They were awful. They were terrible.
They were awful.
You're
who's the quarterback? I forgot what's Tennessee's QB's name? I forgot his name.
I believe it is this. I think it's Small something. I forget who is the quarterback.
No, I forgot his name, but
Joe Milton.
Oh yeah, Milton, right? Yeah, no.
Joe Milton did not play good. He played terrible.
Yeah. All right, Utah. Why did they? Oh yeah, they beat Baylor.
They snuck by Baylor.
When they get Cam Rising back, I think they're gonna be going up.
They'll be good. Oregon 13.
Utah. Oregon 13. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely, maybe could be lower. I don't know.
Hey, Goody's back. All right.
And finally, LSU first week. I don't know how they're 14.
They suck. Yeah, that's why.
Besides that, the other team that's going to probably keep going up this year is Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes.
They're down after losing to Oregon next week. But we'll get into that when we get to the rankings. Honestly,
Colorado State. Yeah, they played Colorado State this upcoming
2 weeks then. 2 weeks. Now, not much to say about these rankings other than the fact that some new teams have jumped into the rankings. Miami jumps in at number 22 after a big win over A&M. Wazoo is in the rankings. Wisconsin falling out of the top 25.
I mean, Wisconsin looked terrible against Washington State.
They did. Now, honestly, there's not really that much I have to say about the power rankings. I just hope USC crumbles. Now, with that being said, let's dive in. Our guest speaker is back. Goody, welcome back. We're excited to get these picks done, bro.
Let's do it. College football.
All right. Here we go. First game, Kansas State against Missouri. Kansas State is minus 200 against.
Now for just give.
I can't see the percentages in the record.
That's okay. I'll zoom in.
All right.
Just letting everyone know, for college football, we're going to be going just like they do on College Game Day. This new J&J Show Game Day. Very inspired by College Game Day. So we're not
of all time.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think we will have locks and upsets this week on college.
Do we want to do? We want to do Super Dog? So I feel like Super Dogs.
I feel like for college football, it's mostly just pick 'em. So I feel like we should just pick, and then we'll just see the record because that's what they really do for the.
Yeah.
Listen, all right. So for college football. Yeah, for college football, it's just you pick your team, and then we'll see who has the best record for celebrities.
How did we do in college last week? Because I went 7-3 in my picks, which I'm very happy about.
I don't know. I don't think I wrote them down, unfortunately.
That's okay, because I went on my picks last week, and I saw I went 7-3. I'm happy with my performance. All right, so
we're doing these picks by top 25, or
we're doing whatever shows up here.
Okay, all right.
And if there's games that we missed, we'll go to those games.
Okay.
So what college do you support, by the way, Matt?
I'm actually a big. I mean, unfortunately, they're not really that big, but Syracuse was in the top 25 last year. So my brother goes there. It's currently my number one, but that in Indiana, since those two are my top schools I'm applying to.
Until we knock Syracuse's ass out the top 25.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, seriously, we crushed them.
They're looking good. I know you probably been saying they played Western Michigan and Colgate, but honestly, they've like 80 points in 2 games right now. Which I mean, I know you can say Oklahoma.
We'll see if they pop up, but they have a tough game this upcoming week.
We'll see. Yes, I know, against Purdue.
Yeah,
all right,
Purdue.
So let's get into this.
Purdue's 0. What are they? They're 1-1 or 0-2?
0-1, I believe. K-State and Missouri. First game of the week. Now, I feel like I doubted Kansas how badly K-State can blow teams out of the water. I'm taking Kansas State to not only win this game, but to cover. I don't know what the spreads are yet, but Kansas State's going to cover whatever it is.
Yeah, I agree with JJ. This should be a clean sweep for all of us, K-State.
All right.
Good.
Next
you got
up,
K-State goodie?
Yes.
All right. Next up, we got LSU and Mississippi State. Now, Mississippi State has looked good these last couple of games. However, it's kind of hard to bet against LSU when they're not playing an actual good team. So I'm going to be taking the Tigers in this one.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going LSU also for this one.
I haven't really seen Mississippi State play as a whole, but I don't think they can really, keep up with LSU's. I know, it was disappointing losing against Florida State, but once again, Florida State's now the 3. Oh no, they're the 4. I'm sorry. So it was a tough loss, but I don't see LSU losing.
Next up, we got the Minnesota Golden Gophers against Drake May's Tar Heels. Again, it's hard to bet against North Carolina in Chapel Hill. When they play App State, though, anything is possible when they play App State.
All right, UNC versus Minnesota.
Gotta take the Tar Heels.
This should be an easy one. I think Drake May is gonna roll over it.
All right, next up, Virginia Tech at Rutgers. Rutgers has looked.
Wait, hold on. Before you can get it, I'm guessing UNC.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I said UNC.
We all said Tar Heels.
Just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, I said that first.
UNC. All right.
You're right. Rutgers has looked good in their 2 games so far. Which again, you could say, all these teams are playing crappy teams so far, so you don't really know how sort of good these teams sort of are. But
I can't wait for the conference games.
They're saying the Northwestern's coming off a win, but Rutgers beat them week 1, and so I got Rutgers here.
By the way, what I want you guys to do is I really want to pull this off because I idolize Lee Corso. If you guys can find me college football headgears, send them to my address because I would love to put the headgears on during the show. All right, next game. Obviously, VT Rutgers. VT is an ACC team that's not been looking too hot. Rutgers has played good, but they did play against Temple and Northwestern. Virginia Tech just played a tough Purdue team. Give me the Hokies in an upset.
Okay, Hokies. Now, Rutgers at home. I mean, they haven't been that bad. Yeah, they haven't. Rutgers is looking promising. So I'm gonna go with the Big Ten Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Thank you.
Scarlet Knights. All right.
This next game is actually interesting because I feel like everyone expects UF to still be that good team, but I don't know if it's because they lost Anthony Richardson or what. But I just feel like they just don't look like the good UF Florida Gators that everyone thinks they should be.
I mean, let's take this into perspective. The only reason I think that Florida lost to Utah was because playing in Utah is a very hostile environment.
Utah is ranked 2. Yeah, it's tough playing there.
Now everyone knows how hostile the Swamp can get.
But look who they're playing. Look who they're playing this week.
Exactly. College football rivalries are 1,000 times better.
You know, when Tennessee still is Hooker, so give me Tennessee. Give me the Vols.
What do you mean they?
Give me the Vols by a lot.
Hendon Hooker is in the NFL, my friend. Hendon Hooker is not the Tennessee quarterback.
Hold on. Wait.
There's a not top 10 moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my God. He's not.
Go to you. Just made the Instagram page.
Boys, I have an update. Aaron Rodgers has a boot on and is limping to the X-ray machine.
Oh, my God.
Rip. Anyway, so you still got Tennessee?
Well, he's gone quiet. All right, Tennessee. What's your pick, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vols also. Florida's not looking good so far.
I mean, that's true, but you also got to remember. Listen, the way that these rivalries work, it's normally whoever's either the better team or the environment.
Well,
if this game was in Knoxville, I would lock the Volunteers. However,
come on,
this game's in the Swamp. And I cannot remember the last time the Gators lost to Tennessee in the Swamp. Give me the Gators in an upset. Upset Florida Gators. Because I'm not going to lie, Tennessee could have lost to Austin Peay last week.
You guys think it could be a Achilles or ACL injury for Rodgers?
Possibly.
Maybe. I just saw something like that.
That would just be heartbreaking.
Next up, the backyard brawl. Pittsburgh and West Virginia.
I like Pitt.
Shout out my man Danny Erb. The Pitt does a really good job playing at West Virginia. And they've owned a better part of the rivalry. So give me the Pitt Panthers.
I agree with that. Give me Pitt. I've watched a little bit of their first game this year, and they were looking pretty good. Here we go. Oh, you just passed by. All right,
I know. I was checking the other games. We're making more picks, by the way. There is not enough games on here. We need to make more picks.
Yep. All right, next one.
All right.
Is there any way you guys can send me these picks that I have so I can so I can make sure?
Yeah, I got you.
He's writing them down. All right. Syracuse at Purdue. Ooh.
Look,
Matt, you're the Cuse fan.
Just like you're a diehard Rams fan, and you love them, and you're gonna probably pick them every week. But Syracuse is my number one, and I'm gonna have to lock them in this week.
Right,
and Purdue last year actually played Cuse at the Dome, and Cuse lost by a little bit.
That was a crazy game.
Purdue lost to Fresno State week 1.
Fresno's not that bad. Don't sleep on Fresno. They're actually
not that
I know,
bad.
But
Fresno State.
The Big Ten losing to the Mountain West or whatever. I don't know if Fresno State's the Mountain West of the Pac-12.
Not even that. It's just Syracuse is. I feel like they can be a good contending team in the ACC this year. So
a Big Ten school cannot lose to the Mountain West. That's unacceptable.
Look, a lot of people have hated on Garrett Schrader. I mean, I like him. Aronde Gadsden's great. I know they lost Sean Tucker, who I honestly loved watching him as a running back, being at a couple games up in Syracuse. I loved him. Unfortunately, I don't know why he didn't get drafted earlier. He got signed. I forgot who signed him. But I know they have a new running back, but Garrett Schrader is still, him. And, they got Aronde Gadsden, other good guys. So I have Syracuse over Purdue here.
What do you got,
Jacob?
For me, Purdue has looked shaky, but it's a Purdue home game. But I really don't know who to go with, to be honest.
Allen's threw a pick, too. Absolutely nowhere.
Oh.
He sucks.
I just saw that. Oh, my gosh.
He sucks.
I don't even know. It's a Purdue home game, but they look shaky. So I'm gonna go with the Cuse. Shout out all the Cuse boys.
Yeah, it's hard to pick against the Cuse, so I'm gonna go with the Orange. All right, next game. Texas Christian, the most overrated school in the country, against the Houston Cougars at Houston. It's very hard to pick against TCU on the road. So I'm going to go with TCU.
Agreed.
Honestly, I think TCU is better on the road than they are at home.
It's just weird seeing how good they did last year. And it could be also because a lot of these guys have a lot of these guys sort of left, and Max Duggan and Deuce Vaughn, but sort of TCU. Come on, Houston Cougars. They're known for basketball and basketball only. I don't see how TCU loses here.
Yeah, that would be very bad if they lose that game.
Houston's only known for basketball.
Correct. All right. Next up, the college game day game. Colorado State at Colorado.
This shouldn't be a question. This shouldn't be a question.
It would be hysterical.
Next one.
Hysterical if Colorado State wins this game. And our last game, Fresno State against Arizona State.
We were just talking about Fresno State against one of our boys, Rome Katie's school.
Yes, Rome Katie.
I can't stand Arizona State. I hate them.
And Fresno State actually beat Purdue week 1 and put up a good fight. So I got Fresno.
Fresno State. I also have Fresno State.
Jacob, you're going ASU here?
Oh, I'm going ASU. I have to.
So
I feel
I'm just gonna. Sorry, go on. I cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. I said I have to go. I have to go ASU.
You gotta go ASU. Well,
is it because we all love Rome Katie, or is it because
I feel like even though ASU played Oklahoma State at home last week, and Oklahoma State's a good team. I feel like this is a game that ASU can definitely win.
Yeah, they're definitely capable of winning this game, but I just want to throw out a quick rant about something. ESPN Pick'em, you guys are a total disappointment. I mean, the amount of games that you guys missed that we now have to cover is awful.
Yeah.
You put 55 for that Florida Tennessee game. Are you saying Tennessee's going to win 55-0, or you think it's going to be a 23-24 sort of game?
Gators, 34.
Breece Hall's going. Oh my God! I think it's a 90-yard touchdown.
Oh, you got a block.
Oh, he's out of gas.
17?
Sorry.
Garrett Wilson. Matt's dad might be a Jetsman. Is Mr. Goodman a Jets fan?
No, we're both Pats fans.
Oh, just watching football at that
point.
point.
It was a 65-yard run from Breece Hall. Anyway.
All right, let's get into the games that we missed. First on the list, we have Oregon State versus San Diego State at Oregon State. This is one of my favorite games this week. I mean, San Diego State is a massive underdog, but the way that I look at this game, I mean, both teams are incredibly underrated in my opinion, but I got to go with the Beavers at home.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with you. I'm going DJ Uiagalelei.
DJ Uiagalelei, yes. All right, next up. Next up on our list, we have the Army versus UTSA game. Again, another game that's really going to be intriguing. Now, Army, they got much better against Delaware State than they played in that shocking loss to Louisiana Monroe.
And Army doesn't, what's it called? Army doesn't have guys that come and play football. They have guys who train to serve our freaking country. I've never liked Army. I don't know why Army is a football team. UTSA.
So I assume you but I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go with the Roadrunners. There's no way I picked the
Yep.
All right, our next game is the big news.
Wait a minute. We are not disrespecting Army. No, bro? They have stopped the run game. You've seen they've been passing lately.
I know. My dad was at the game. He was very surprised to see Army throwing the football.
This is a new Army team. How we no? Jeff Monken has changed the game plan. I'm going Army for this one.
Whoa. Okay. I like that. All right. Next up, we have our game day.
The Nitty.
A big noon kickoff game. Penn State against the Fighting Illini.
This is not even a question to me. Penn State by a long shot. You know what they did to Delaware last week?
Yeah.
Poor Delaware.
This should be a clean one. This should
And
be
then
a clean
also
one.
against West Virginia beating them 38-15.
Yeah.
But
Now let's get into our next game. We have again another my personal pick for game of the week. James Madison against Troy. This game is going to be insane. I'm excited for this one.
I don't know why we're so excited, but okay.
Why are we? Are we really excited for JMU and the Troy Trojans?
Well, James Madison just beat Virginia in Virginia in a dramatic fashion.
Virginia sucks, though. Virginia, they're one of the worst teams in the ACC this year.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is my pick for the Sun Belt Conference Championship.
Boston College is better.
No, they're not. Boston College is terrible. But yeah, this is my pick for the Sun Belt Conference Championship game.
I got JMU.
It's going to be an excellent game. But give me the Duke. If I had a headgear, I'd put it on. But give me Duke Dog. Give me James Madison to win this one. All right. Another game that I think is really intriguing that deserves to be covered. Northern Illinois against Nebraska. Now, Nebraska is known for losing games that they shouldn't. Now, I'm not saying that Northern Illinois is going to lose this game because they're not. I've got Northern Illinois in an upset against Nebraska.
I got the Cornhuskers, and they're coming off a tough game against Colorado. But for some reason, Matt Rule is a coach in the NFL for the Carolina Panthers, and I actually, sort of not exactly. I mean, I don't like him because the Panthers sort of sucked. I feel like he knows what he's doing, and I feel like he can get their first win against Northern Illinois because once again, Nebraska's coming off two tough losses, and everyone's like, oh my God, they suck. But, they need to get the first win, and this is the week to do it. Give me Nebraska.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with Goody. I got Nebraska.
That's going to be an interesting one. Now, the next game, we've got –
Shit, he likes to pick all the upsets.
Yeah, I got to go Northern Illinois. I truly believe that Northern Illinois –
Actually, wait, this is probably not even an upset.
Yeah, Nebraska's 11-point favorites. So, to quote my boy Lee Corso, not so fast. Northern Illinois in an upset. Now, another game that I've really looked at that, to me, is very intriguing, and I'm going to pull it up right now if my computer would start loading. So, we're a little bit of technical issues.
You know what, boys?
Don't sleep on South Alabama is all I got to say.
Yo, guys, I was at a...
Do not sleep on South Alabama.
I just want to say one thing before you talk about. So I was at school last week, and I look forward to this week. And this might be one of the only weeks where no two ranked teams play against each other at all. Like, we have not talked about one game where two ranked teams in the top 25 are playing each other this week. Next week we have a couple of those, but this week it's literally there's nobody that is playing against each other.
By the way, I'm gonna make this very clear. Notre Dame versus Ohio State is the game of the week next week. There will be a headgear pick for that game. I will find an Ohio State or Notre Dame.
No, Notre Dame will win.
I have a Notre Dame headgear. I got to get a Brutus headgear or something like that. Damn. Anyways, South Alabama, Oklahoma State, another very intriguing game.
I'm going Oklahoma State. I don't even need to talk about it.
I mean, South Alabama's only underdogs by a touchdown. They looked very good last week, but I got to go with the Pokes. Now, what do you got, Matt? The South Alabama Jaguars, one of the most underrated teams in the country, or the Pokes?
Most underrated team, the South Alabama Jaguars.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they could win the Sun Belt.
You're picking all these upsets. Give me OSU.
I mean, I'm going to roll with the Pokes, but don't be surprised if South Alabama makes us a game. And now, the final game. South Carolina opening up as 27.5-point underdogs against the Dogs, Georgia. This game is going to be closer than everyone thinks.
It is, and you know what? I'm gonna take the Gamecocks here.
Wow! Over number 1 Georgia.
Yeah.
No way.
You know what?
Wow.
It's not. I just don't know. Georgia just like they. I feel like they just have. They have a new quarterback. They don't have Stenson Ben anymore. Who he was 25 years old when he was playing, in college football. But South Carolina did not lose by that much against UNC, and UNC was highly ranked at that time.
Bro.
I feel like
even though it's in Georgia, I feel like South Carolina might sneak away with this one.
Hey, the last time these two played in Georgia, we all know what happened. Rodrigo Blankenship missed the game-winning field goal to lose to Georgia. Now, I just want to throw this out here. Matt, you should hammer South Carolina money line for 1,800 plus 1,800.
I'm taking them.
Take the Gamecocks. All right. I want to pick South Carolina, but down in my brain, I know that Georgia's going to win this game, so I'm going to go Georgia.
Yeah, I'm going Georgia. I'm going Georgia for sure.
So that pretty much wraps it up for our college football pick 'em. I mean, it was boring this week, but next week is going to be a show.
Yeah.
All the conference games, I'm pretty sure, start up. We got our guys facing off against each other. Notre Dame, Ohio State, Colorado, Oregon. It's going to be a blast. So, Goody, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. It was
no problem, boys. Your show is great. I listen to almost every episode. I love, I love you boys. I, miss you from the broadcasting camp, and keep the show running. Hopefully, I can be back on pretty soon.
1,000%. It won't be during the season though, because we got to get our guest pickers.
100%, yeah. But we'll stay in touch. And
all right, thanks so much, Goody. Have yourself a great night. All right, so that about does it. We just hit about an hour 11. Great show tonight. I mean, the Jets are currently tied with the Bills 3-3. We want to thank everybody for watching, and as always,
the Jets have before we end, the Jets have officially ruled out Rodgers. So who knows what's going to happen there.
Well, their season's over. I just want to throw this out here right now. I really hope all of you enjoy your time with your loved ones. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how this country is. You never know what's going to happen in society. Could be another September 11th. Just want to make sure that no one ever forgets that date. Thank you guys so much. I hate to end it on a somber ending, but unfortunately, that's where it is. 22nd anniversary of 9/11. Make sure you guys enjoy yourselves. Stay blessed. Have a great night. As for me, Jay Smiles, thank you guys for watching. And as always,